Hey guys, it's Bree. So today's video we're going to be doing my September TBR. I would like to start by disclosing this to you guys. I did not read a lot of the TBR that I came up with last month. I put 20 books on a TBR, and after doing my video, I realized, me and my dumb self, I put 22 books on that TBR. I don't know what I was thinking about not counting about that, because I had added 2 books before starting that video. So I had 22 books. I will say, out of that 22 books, I only read 5. I only read 5 books off that TBR, and then I ended up reading another book that wasn't on the TBR because I wanted something that was like a little bit more fast and quick pace, because it was the last book of the month that I wanted to read. But we'll go through all of that during my wrap up and everything like that. But I will say, out of the 17 books that I had on the TBR, I ended up scrapping a good amount. I only kept 6. We will discuss the 6 in a minute, but we do have the 6 ones there, and I did not do the TBR jar this time for this TBR because there's so many books that I wanted to automatically put onto this TBR to read for the next month or so, because most of these, I will say, are books of series that I'm in the middle of, and I really want to read the next book too, and then I really want to continue. So that's what a lot of these are too. Some of these are books of series that I want to start. Some of them are Outcry books as well, and then other 2 books are standalones and stuff like that I want to read because I feel like they'll be good for the next couple months. But like I said, more than likely next month we will add books onto here. We will scrap them no matter what, but this is what I'm feeling right now. We'll see what we get to and what we continue on next month and so on. It's gonna be fun. So let's go ahead and actually start with the books that I'm keeping on for next month, so the carryovers. The first book, let's go ahead and start with the 2 that I've already started. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know that I'm not gonna lie, I'm only 2 pages into this one. I was gonna start it, but I decided to wait until I'm home to start this because I feel like this one might make me cry, and I don't want to cry in front of people. So of course we carried over The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Burien. This one is short, so I know I can read this one like nothing else. But like I said, I didn't want to read it in front of people, so I haven't picked it up. But I decided to carry that one over. But this one is the one I've started for the month of September. It is Lady Smoke by Laura Sebastian. This is the second book in the Ash Princess trilogy. I am only 16 pages in, but I already know I'm probably gonna fly through this pretty well. Because like I said, I went through the first one at a good speed. I feel like I'll go through this one pretty fast too. So those are the first 2 books that I'm probably going to prioritize for the month. So we'll see how it goes. Then we ended up carrying over Broken Flame by A.K. Ahern. This was one that I wanted to keep because it is a little bit more, not on the shorter side, but it is a good length book that I feel like I can get to read to. And I believe this is a standalone, so I don't have to worry about starting a new series with this one, to be honest. So I decided to keep this one because I feel like it'll be a good little cleanser for what I'm reading right now. Then we ended up keeping Garden of the Cursed. Like I said in the last TBR, this is going to be staying on my TBR until I freaking read it. Because 1, like I said, it's an Outcry book. 2, it's also been on my TBR so many times. It's not that I don't want to read it, it's just that I don't have time every time I have this book. It's not the first book that I choose. Even though, like I said, I've read the synopsis many times, I know I'm going to end up really enjoying this. And I have the second book too, so I need to get to it, guys. I really do. So that one is being carried over. We also are carrying over Capturing the Devil by Carrie Maniscalco. This one is one that I actually was going to start before the end of the month, and I didn't get to it. So this was one that I'm probably going to prioritize for the month too, because like I said, it's the end of a series, and it's one I'm going to love. So we have that there. And then the last one I carried over, we're not going to talk about it. We carried over Destroy the Day, guys, because I really do need to get to it. So we have all 6 of those there of what we carried over from the last TBR, and then we're gonna go over whatever I picked for the TBR. I'm not gonna lie, it is hard picking books for your TBR, to be honest, without a jar. I felt like I literally love that system so much because like I said, I have so many to choose from that it really does help me. It was kind of hard with the ones that aren't series, but we went through it anyways. I will say I didn't put every single book that I'm like in the middle of a series. I still have some up here because I don't want to overwhelm myself too much. But these are the ones that I chose to kind of prioritize because I really want to get to them. Because a couple of these I will catch up with series, and then a couple of these are book series are like second or third books of series that I read for the last couple months, and I really want to get to the next one. So the first one I ended up putting on here was Manslaughter Park by Traza Price? I don't know how to say her name. But this is the third book in the Jane Austen murder mystery series. Like I said, I have never read a Jane Austen book in my life, but I love these books. They're so fun, cozy mysteries, to be honest. And yeah, I love these books. And I believe this is the last book in the series, technically. And they are standalone, so you don't have to read these in order. But I'm really excited about this one. And I think it's really good for the fall months coming up. Because even if I don't read this in the month of September, I know I'm going to want to keep it for October because it's going to be a good mystery for October. So really love that one right there. The next one I have is December Queen by Rachel Hazen. This one right here, I'm not gonna lie, I did some research to see when the third book comes out of this because I didn't want to read this and me not have a clear date of when the third book is coming out. The third book doesn't come out till next year. I will say that it doesn't come out till next August, but I'm willing to go into this because I absolutely adored the first book. I thought it was a really good, like, fantasy, like a little cozy fantasy, to be honest. Compared to like everything else I read, it was a little bit more different and I really did enjoy it. So I really want to get into the second book to, at least to catch up to the series before the next book comes out next year. And like I said, I already know the release date, so I'm okay with it, unlike some of the books I have on my TBR, because Never a Hero by Vanessa Lynn, I think that's who it is, and then Autumn's Tithe by Hannah Parker, I think that's who it is. Those don't have release dates for the third book, so I want to hold off on those, even though I feel like I should read them soon, to be honest, so that I can have it fresh in my brain. But that is one that I know I need to read because I really want to read the second book of that one. Then we have Fox Club by Annalyn Grace. I read Belladonna in the month of August. We will hear about it in a wrap up, but I really wanted to read to the second book, so I ended up putting this one onto the TBR automatically because I really want to get to it. Another book that I read the first book to, I think I read this one in July, Wildfire by Hannah Grace. The third book came out of this one as well, so I really want to get the third one, but this one is one I really want to read, so I ended up adding it to that one. We also have Dark Resistant by Katie Robert. This is the 7th book in the Dark Olympus series, guys. I am officially caught up with this series, other than this one that just was literally just released last month. I would like to say, this book is short compared to the rest of the series. I will say the rest of the series they're not long books. I feel like they're a good length book, about 300 something pages. This book is 294 pages. Are you trying to give me a heart attack, Katie? I don't know. We shall see going into this how good it is because it's so short. But this is Ariadne and the Minotaur. After reading the last book, though, I'm very interested to see how their relationship is going to be in this one. Especially because, like I said, what happened in the last book was a little bit crazy, to be honest. So, very excited about this one. Then we ended up putting King of Reed by Anna Huang. We'll go through that of King of Pride in my wrap-up as well. But this one, of course, I wanted to continue on, so I put it on here. And then Emily McIntyre's Wretched. Also, need to talk about Scarred in my wrap-up, but wanted to put this on here as well. So that is 7 books of series that I'm continuing on, that either I'm finishing off, catching up, or just continuing on in general. And the next ones I have are just like a little bit of what I feel like I need to kind of prioritize, to be honest. So the first ones I have are Owl Crate books that I did scrap, to be honest, a lot of the Owl Crate books from last month, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why I did. I probably will end up reading one of them, to be honest, because I really wanted those. But these are the ones I've had on my TBR kind of a little bit longer. Other than, I think, Silver in the Bone, I've had on here for a while too. But that one I'm kind of holding off on just a little bit. So the first one I decided to choose was What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez. I loved to get... Was it Taylor Weaver by Isabel Ibanez? I really loved that one. So I'm really wanting to read this one. This one is... It's not the Owl Crate edition, but it is the Barnes & Noble edition. But this was one of the Owl Crate books. I believe it was November's pick. So I do need to go into it soon because it's about a year since I've had this one. So I need to get into it pretty soon. But I'm very excited about this one because, I don't know. I just really want to read it. So I did put that one onto this one list. The next one I have is Midnight Strike by Zebra Shanaz. I don't know how to say that name. This one, though, I'm not gonna lie, I was really excited about it, but I don't know if I really want to read it because it's more like a Groundhog's Day where they recur the night over and over again. I haven't read a book like that, but I don't know how I'm gonna like it, to be honest, going into it, because this one is a stunning book, and the synopsis and stuff, I reread the synopsis. It sounds really good, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go into it and like it, to be honest. This is like one of the first books, I will say, from Alcrate that I'm kind of iffy about if I like it or not, but we'll never know if I get into it. But I'm not gonna lie, this one is probably the one that's kind of on the chopping block, to be honest, if I don't read it or not, because I don't know. Like I said, we'll see. I don't want to judge it too much, but we'll see going in how I like it. And then the third book I decided to put on was Threads That Bind by Kika. I do not know how to say her last name, but this one is also one, I believe this was June's or July's. It was either June or July's Alcrate from last year. So this one I do need to get to soon as well. This one and What the River Knows are series. I don't know if this one's a duology, but I know this one's a duology. But those are going into series. But like I said, these are books that I need to read because I need to get through a lot of my Alcrate. I will say I did want to choose a lot of my Alcrate books that I recently gotten, but these need to be a little bit more top priority because I've had them for longer. So we do have those three. We'll see how we get through those. Then the next two books I have are two books of series, and one's a series and one's a duology that I am starting. I decided to put Aristotle on Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, guys, by Benjamin Alert Sazin? Signs. I don't know how to say his last name. I should know how to say his last name. But anyways, this one is actually one that I've been wanting to get to for a while. And even then, I'm not gonna lie, flipping through this book, it looks like it's gonna be a really quick read. This one, like I said, is a duology, so there is a second book. I'm getting into somewhat of another series, but I don't mind too much because I feel like this one I'll probably end up going through really fast. So really excited for that one. And if I end up liking it, I will get the second book, of course. So we have that one there. This one, though, I will say, I am reading this one. There is a lot of books. I will say for the next couple of TBRs, I am putting books on here that I need to prioritize because I've had them longer. And I have a list of books that I know that I've had the longest. This one is one, though, because this one and Electra, I will say Electra was on my TBR last month, but I scrapped that one because I don't want to read it right now. But this one and Electra are two that I've had for a while. Actually, no, scrap that again. This book particular, I have not had for a while. It's A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime that I've had for a while, and I need to get to that one, but I need to read the first book. And that's Things I Wanted to Say by Monica Murphy. This one, of course, is, I'm getting into another romance series, guys. I don't know what it is with me and romance series, but like I said, I'm okay with being in the middle of a good amount of romance series because I end up finishing them pretty quickly. So I'm going into another one with this one. And this one I'm kind of afraid of because this one is, I think, 6 books and 2 novellas. We'll see. But this is the first book in the Lancaster Prep series. Like I said, I've had A Million Kisses in Your Lifetime for about a year now, I think. Has it been a year? I think it's been a year because I got it around my birthday. That one I've had for a year. And I've had it for, like I said, I've had it for a while. So I need to get to it. So I need to read this one as well. And like I said, I ended up finishing a couple of series last month. I ended up finishing one. I think I ended up catching up with another one. So I decided to treat myself and start 2 new ones. So that's what we did with those. We'll see how it gets to, guys, with those in there. And the last 2 books that I decided to put on the TBR are 2 standalones because I feel like these will be so good for the fall months. Like I said, even if I don't finish it this month, I feel like I'm going to carry them over no matter what because I feel like these are really good reads for the month. Upcoming, so we have An Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerton. I decided to add this one because it is a shorter book. It's only 300 pages and it looks really good, to be honest. I don't know much about it. I haven't really read that much into it. I've only read one other Margaret Rogerton book and I wasn't really the biggest fan of it, but I feel like I probably will like this one a little bit more because this one is more fantasy. The other one was more like a paranormal fantasy, which I like paranormal, but that one I wasn't really into. But like I said, I feel like I'm going to end up liking this one. I am afraid that it is a little bit shorter, but we'll see going into it how we feel. And then we also have Bring Me Your Midnight by Rachel Griffin. I love Rachel Griffin, guys. I've read her other 2 books and I've really loved them. This one, I believe, was this is her not her newest release, but the one she's had most recently. And I'm so excited for this one after reading the others 2 because I love her books because they're like witchy books. So this one, of course, is perfect for the month of fall. Like I said, even if I don't get to it the month of September I will probably carry over for October no matter what. So yeah, that's when we'll have as that one in the pile as well. Oh my gosh, I'm tired, guys. It's been a long day. But anyways, that is all of the books on my TBR. Of course, like I said, we'll go through a rapid fire again on what we are going to be reading. So of course we have, oh my gosh, this is actually a heavy fight. We have the 6 books that I'm carrying over from the previous TBR. So we have The Boy in the Striped Pajamas by John Boyne. I know his last name is probably so easy to say, I just cannot think of it right now. But we're carrying that over. We're also carrying over Lady Smoke by Laura Sebastian, which is the 2nd book in the Ash Princess trilogy. We're carrying over Broken Flame by A.K. Ahern, which I believe is a standalone. Guardian of the Curse by Katie Rose Poole. I don't know what the series is called, but this is the first book of series. We have Capturing the Devil by Carrie Moscoco, which is the final book in the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. Very excited about that one. And then Destroy the Day by Bridget Kimmerer, which is the final book in the Defy the Night trilogy. From there, like I said, we also have the series that I'm continuing on and trying to finish as well. We have Manslaughter Park by Teresa Price, which is the final book in the Jane Austen Murder Mystery series. We have The Samurai Queen by Rochelle Hazen, which is the 2nd book in the Bound and the Buried series. Or it's The Buried and the Bound. I always get that mixed up. I think it's The Buried and the Bound. Yes, trilogy. We have Foxglove by Annalyn Grace, which is the 2nd book in the Foxglove, the Belladonna trilogy. Oh my goodness. We have Wildflower by Hannah Grace, which is the 2nd book in the Maple Hills series. I don't know if this is a trilogy or if it's like a full like other series, but I know there's only 3 books out so far. We have Darker Sister by Katie Roberts, which is the 7th book. Wait, can I count? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. So this is the 7th book in the Dark Olympus series. We have King of Greed, which is the 3rd book in the King of Sin series by Anna Hong. We have Wretched by Emily McIntyre, which is the 3rd book in the Never After series. Then we have Aristotle Dante Discover the Secret of the Universe, which is the 1st book in the duology. Which, like I said, I'm excited about that one. Then we have Things I Wanted to Say by Monica Murphy, which is the 1st book in the Lancaster Prep series. We then have, of course, our trade books, which is What the River Knows by Isabel Ibanez, which is the 1st book in, I believe, a duology. Then we have Midnight Strike by Zebra Shahirns. I did not say her name, I'm so sorry, but that is another one. We have Threads That Binds by Kika I don't know how to say her last name either, but this one is also the 1st book of a series. And then we have our 2 standalones, guys, which is Enchantment of Ravens by Margaret Rogerson, and then Bring Me Your Midnight by Rachel Griffin. This one I feel like will be a really good TBR, guys, that I hopefully will stick to, because like I said, I chose all of these myself without a TBR jar. So we'll see going to this how I end up going through it. But anyways, that's the end of this video, guys. My legs are starting to hurt. I'm starting to get a headache, but that is okay. Let me know down below, guys, what books you think I should prioritize. What is your TBR going to be looking like for the month of fall and everything like that. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.